If you're a fan of the strange and the paranormal, and you just want to know what the heck is going on this planet, you've come to the right place. I have a paranormal story for you that is closely tied to a grocery store that you've probably visited many times in your life. There's probably one of these stores in your neighborhood. Let's get right into the story. These events take place in Galveston at St. Mary's Cathedral, also known as St. Mary's Orphan Asylum or St. Mary's Infirmary. St. Mary's Orphanage was originally located in a hospital in town in Galveston and was later moved 3 miles west to the beachfront. The location change was intended to provide some protection from yellow fever spreading throughout the town. This orphanage was home to 10 sisters and at least 80 children. Many of the children were orphaned due to family deaths caused by yellow fever. One of the 10 sisters, Sister Elizabeth Ryan, went into town to get provisions for the orphanage, where she was asked by Mother Gabriel to remain there until the storm passed. This sister insisted on returning to the orphanage before the storm passed so the children would have food. Unfortunately, this was not any ordinary storm. On September 8, 1900, a hurricane ripped through Galveston, lifting many homes from their foundation, trapping people inside and on the roof. Waters from the Gulf rose, eroding the sand dunes, and eventually reached the dormitories where the orphans were staying. As the floodwaters approached the orphanage, the nuns moved all of the children from the boys' dormitory to the girls' dormitory. The girls' dormitory was newer and thought to be safer because it was a more formidable structure. As the hurricane waters rushed inland, the nuns had the children sing Queen of the Waves. This song was sung by French fishermen who sought protection from storms. Each nun tied 6 to 8 children to themselves with a clothesline, which was an effort to keep the children from being carried away by the waters of the hurricane. Only 3 survivors lived to tell what happened by finding safety in a tree: William Murney, Frank Madera, and Albert Camel. The 3 children spent a day in the hurricane waters before making their way into town to tell some nuns what had happened. The nuns were buried where they were found, with the children still attached to them by the clothesline. A document dated September 17, 1900, by N.A. Gallagher, the Bishop of Galveston, with the St. Mary's Cathedral header, details that 80 orphans and 10 sisters lost their lives during the storm. The document also states that $361,000 of damages were incurred, which pales in comparison to the loss of life because of the hurricane. Yearly, on September 8th, nuns gathered to sing Queen of Waves at the same time and location that the tragedy occurred. The original site of St. Mary's Orphanage became a Walmart after the destruction caused by the hurricane in Galveston in the 1900s. 1900 specifically. Across the street from the Walmart, you'll find a stone marker detailing the story of the orphanage that was once there. Many seekers of the paranormal have visited this Walmart to investigate and catch a glimpse of one of the children from the orphanage. During one of these visits, a customer asked one of the employees if they had ever seen anything strange occur in the store. The employee replied that during a storm, all of the hatchets flew off of the shelf in the hardware section. In this same section, many empty water containers flew off of the top shelf. Some have claimed to see children dressed in the style of clothing from the 1900s walking through the store. A Walmart employee of at least 15 years, Denise Sandoval, stated that she was told in the trash compacting room someone heard a voice say, "Help me, help me," and looked around to find no one. Another worker, Emery, stated that when stocking the shelves, they're nice and neat one moment, only for items to fly off of the shelves a few minutes later. Emery says that this happens even when there are only workers present in the store. Emery explained that a balloon drifted down from the ceiling and followed him around the store as he was working. He took the balloon back to the section it belonged to, only for the balloon to begin following him again a few minutes later, and it followed him for about an hour. Emery says, "There's ghosts in here. Make no mistake of that." Another Walmart employee, Dennis, described the cheese popping off the hangers after being stocked. Investigators who are fascinated with the story have visited the Walmart, paying particular attention to the toy aisle. When asking if a child is present, toys will turn on and light up without any physical contact. The investigators say that these toys are not motion activated. So there's really no reason for them to be lighting up and activating other than the possibility of ghosts from the orphanage still present in the Walmart. If you enjoyed this story and you'd like to hear more, please like and subscribe to let me know that you appreciate it. Also, if you have any tips on interesting stories or anything else that you'd like me to cover on this channel, please do send me an email or leave something in the comment section for me. See you next time.